Here's a make you think. No matter which way the state looks at it, no matter which way anybody wants to look at it, I am in serious need of Social Security and help. Now, here's the way to think about it. Let's say I'm not disabled, but yet I was forced to take 7, 12 different medications like Thorazine, Seroquel, Trazodone. I was given all these different medications. I went to special schools. I was made fun of. I had to take physical therapy coordination. I was trafficked all over the country. All that is provable. It's all on paperwork. That's all on there. Well, if you take a normal person and you put them through that, they will become disabled. They will develop mental disorders, physical disorders from the medication. You can't give a normal person ridiculous doses of Thorazine. You can't give a regular person all these controlled substances and drugs for their whole life or for 20 years or 15 years or whatever and expect them not to come out with problems. Now, that is not the case for me. The case for me is I was made disabled. I was born with ADHD. At the age of 5, or in the orphanage, I was given one double dose of medication, 2 pills. That caused it really hard for me to eat, but I was recovering from that. Then my mother decides to do two different things in Westford. One, she decides to drug me with an overdose of medication. Two, she decides to give me a whole bottle of Epicac as a punishment. She also tries to cover up her crimes and make up mental illnesses to cover up her crimes. Then they move me to Texas. Now, this is the God's honest truth. That's the beginning of my disabilities right there. I started shaking. I couldn't eat, couldn't speak, couldn't really move my body properly. The teacher saw a big difference in me instantly and wanted me to go to physical therapy and speech therapy, and they were noticing something was seriously wrong. But then I was moved to Texas. Then I had PTSD and anxiety too because I had my mother doing this to me. But then in New Mexico, I'm thrown around like a rag doll, left in the woods. I'm freezing. I'm falling down. These horrible things are happening to me in New Mexico. Then I'm brought to Maine. No, I get no education during this. So now I'm slow, undereducated, and I have no social skills. So this is where my disabilities really come from, is whippings with rulers, druggings, epicac punishments, double medication, up in New Mexico, abuse, lack of education, slow, being made fun of. I'm bucktooth, I'm retarded, I'm gimpy, I'm made. These are all the names I was called, by the way. I think these names are inappropriate. And by the way, it's okay for these names to come out of fun. But these aren't coming out of fun either. These are coming out of my mother. My mother is repeating crazy stuff to people, and then they're just making fun of me for it. That's it. Like, for instance, my nephew called me Gimpy as well. I did not take that personally because I already had people calling me names way before that. He was just like the 10th person to jump on board. And my brother was doing it out of fun. I even adapted that name, that one, to try to use it as a nickname called Zimpy. But that was the only way I could process being called those names my whole entire life, being treated like that, being actually made disabled, starting out just hyper, and then every couple years getting crippled in some new way, having my stomach fucked up, having my nervous system fucked up, having my brain fucked up, being twisted, having my mental health fucked up, having lots of pills being thrown at me everywhere. That's where my disability stems from. But then I wasn't allowed to get proper medical care, so that caused further problems. When you try to cover up a physical ailment with a mental illness, that causes more problems. So then we have all those problems on top of it. So when you put this all together, no matter which way you look at it, I am disabled. If I wasn't disabled at birth, if I had nothing wrong with me and I just went through a bunch of fucked up shit, I still would have disabilities after that. And let's say that I was disabled from childhood and all these disabilities are exactly on point. I still need to be on Social Security. I'm still disabled. So no matter which way you look at it, I am disabled for life. There's nothing I can do about that. If it was created in me or I was born with it, it doesn't matter because I am fucked. But yet, I can't get Social Security. But yet, I can't get help. But yet I'm forced to work and fall down at my. I've literally had customers see me on the ground and want to call an ambulance for me. And they have. I've had people call ambulances for me too, but that doesn't change a damn thing. That doesn't change anything. No, it doesn't. All they say is we found him on the ground. He didn't make any sense. We brought him to the hospital. We gave him a drug test. His drug test was clean, and we released him. That's all they ever say. They never do further testing. They never look into it. And what's even worse is when I finally try to explain what's going on, when I give them a recording, when I strap a red bracelet to my ankle so they know what's going on with me, they don't even look. Of course they don't. Why would they? That would cost money. That would be doing their jobs. So instead, now we'll see what happens. Most likely, I'm going to have to live in the woods like an animal again. And I'm so tired of this. I am so tired. I'm beat. I'm tired. My body is failing me. I cannot spend any more time doing this. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be. This mess needs to be cleaned up. 25 years of this shit is enough.